and let us so mu of monotone that we have already shown. So, let us look at the next property that that is a very important thing, characterization of countable additiveness of the set function. So, suppose mu of phi is equal to 0, then we want to claim that mu is countably additive if and only if mu is both finitely additive and countably subadditive. So, we want to characterize countable additive property of the set function defined on an algebra in terms of it being finitely additive and countably subadditive. So, let us prove these properties. So, let us start by one way. So, let us assume that mu is countably additive. To show mu is finitely additive, and countably subadditive. So, let us look at the first thing. To show it is finitely additive, what we have to do is, so let A be equal to a disjoint union A I equal to 1 to n. So, whenever the union is disjoint sets, pairwise disjoints, we will write it as by a square union, a symbol for cup with a square instead of writing it as usual. Okay. So, where A i's belong to the algebra A. Now, so I can also write it as union of A I equal to 1 to infinity, right, where A I is equal to empty set if I is bigger than n. From n onwards, let us put them as empty sets. Then A is a countable union of pairwise disjoint sets. So, implies by countable additive property that mu of A is equal to summation mu of A i's I equal to 1 to infinity, but that is same as sigma I equal to 1 to n mu of A I, because for I bigger than or equal to n plus 1, the sets are empty and mu of the empty set is given to be 0. So, therefore, implies mu finitely additive. On the other side, let us try to prove that mu is countably subadditive. So, let us take a set A in the algebra and let us say this is contained in union of A i's I equal to 1 to infinity. Okay. Now, let us observe the following, namely this union A I equal to 1 to infinity, where A i's are in the algebra A. If you recall, we had shown that any countable union of sets in the algebra can be written as a countable union of disjoint sets in the algebra, where again B i's are in the algebra, but this is a disjoint union. How did we do that? Let us just recall, we defined B 1 to be equal to A 1 and in general B n to be equal to A n minus union A I equal to 1 to n minus 1 and so on. So, that is how we had defined those sets B I, and note at every stage B 1 is A 1 in the algebra. So, B 1 in the algebra. Similarly, B n is A n which is in the algebra, finite union A I 1 to n minus 1, that is in the algebra, and the difference of the two sets in the algebra is again in the algebra. So, each B n is a element of the algebra, these are disjoint and their union, because union of B I B up to B n the same as union up to A 1 to A n, and that is true for every n. So, this is equal to true. So, once that is done, so using these two things, now let us write that mu of Okay. A is a subset of this. So, this says mu of the union A i's I equal to 1 to infinity will be equal to summation mu of B i's I equal to 1 to infinity, because this union A i's is same as union B i's, okay, and union of B i's, there is a disjoint union. So, by countable additive property mu of the union is equal to this sum, right. And now, note B I is each B n is a subset of A n. So, this is less than or equal to, by finite additive property, monotone property, this is less than mu of A n, A I equal to 1 to n. So, what we have shown is that sigma, so what we have shown is the following, namely that mu of union A I equal to 1 to infinity is less than or equal to sigma I equal to 1 to infinity mu of A I, right. And now, we just want to conclude that in fact, mu of A is less than or equal to this quantity. So, now let us observe A is a subset of union A I. So, this implies I can write A is equal to union of A intersection A I equal to 1 to infinity, right. I can just intersect and then this is an equality. Okay. So, that means mu of A is equal to mu of union I equal to 1 to infinity A intersection A I. And this is less than or equal to, because this union is a subset of the union. So, this is less than mu of union I equal to 1 to infinity of A i's, because each one is a subset of this. So, this union is a subset of this, and now from here this is less than or equal to mu of summation I equal to 1 to infinity of mu of A I. So, we have shown that whenever A is an element in the algebra is a subset of union of A i's I equal to 1 to infinity, then mu of A is less than or equal to summation mu of A i's. So, that proves that mu is countably subadditive. So, we have shown if mu is countably additive, then this implies mu is finitely additive and also mu is countably subadditive. So, that completes one part of the proof. Let us prove the other way around implication, namely, so we want to show. So, assume mu is finitely additive and mu is countably subadditive. To show mu is countably additive. So, let us choose the proof. So, how to prove countable additivity? What to show? Let A belong to algebra and A be equal to disjoint union A i's equal to 1 to infinity A i's belonging to algebra. And we have to show mu of A is summation mu of A i's. Now, by countable subadditive property, which is given to us, this implies countable subadditive implies that mu of A is at least less than or equal to sigma I equal to 1 to infinity mu of A i's. So, countable subadditivity implies this fact that this is less than or equal to this. So, we have to prove only the other way around. So, to show that mu of A is also greater than or equal to sigma I equal to 1 to infinity mu of A I. right. So, this is what you have to show, and note. So, here is a small observation to show this enough to show it is enough to show that mu of A is bigger than or equal to sigma I equal to 1 to n mu of A I for every n. So, if we can show for every n mu of A is bigger than or equal to this, then it also will be true for I equal to 1 to infinity, because this is nothing but limit of these partial sums. So, this is enough to show. So, we have to only show that mu of A is bigger than or equal to sigma mu of A I is I equal to 1 to n. And to show that, let us observe. So, note that A equal to union A I equal to 1 to infinity implies for every n the union A I equal to 1 to n is a subset of A for every n, right. And we are in the algebra. So, this set is in the algebra, this is in the algebra. Mu finitely additive implies mu monotone, and hence implies that mu of the union A I equal to 1 to n will be less than or equal to mu of A for every n. But again, by finite additivity, this is nothing but sigma I equal to 1 to n mu of A I is less than or equal to mu of A for every n, and this is happening for every n. So, this implies we can let n go to infinity. So, I equal to 1 to infinity mu of A I is less than or equal to mu of A. So, that proves the other way around inequality also of the required thing. So, this proves this. So, that proves that mu is countably additive. So, what we have proved is the following, namely, so we have given a characterization of countable additive property of set functions which are finitely additive. So, if mu of empty set is equal to 0, then mu is countably additive if and only if. So, the note here if and only if, we have proved both ways. So, if and only if mu is both finitely additive and countably subadditive. So, this is a characterization of countable additiveness of set functions, but of course, the domain of the set function should be an algebra, that is important. So, this is a very useful criterion for countable additivity. We will prove another characterization of countable additivity of set functions in terms of limits, increasing and decreasing limits. So, that is given in the, and we will state the next theorem. But again, that theorem is again about set functions defined on algebras. So, the theorem says the following: let A be an algebra of subsets of a set X and mu be finitely additive, and with the property of course, mu of empty set is equal to 0. Then we want to prove that mu is countably additive if and only if, once again it is a characterization, if and only if the following property holds, and the property says for any element A in the algebra A, we should have mu of A is limit of mu of A n's. What are A n's? Whenever A n is a sequence of sets in the algebra which is decreasing. So, A n is a subset of A n plus 1 for every n. The sequence A n should be decreasing, and A should be equal A n should be increasing. A n is a subset of A n plus 1. That means, A n's are increasing sequence of sets in the algebra, and A is the union of all these sets A n. So, this is a characterization of countable additiveness of the set function mu, provided one can prove the following: for any set A and for any sequence A n of sets in the algebra which is increasing and A is the union, we should have mu of A equal to limit mu of A n's. So, let us prove this property once again. So, to prove this, what we have to show? First, let us prove. So, let mu be countably additive. So, let mu be countably additive. To show, we have to show the following. Let take a set A belonging to the algebra, take a sequence A n's belonging to the algebra such that A n is subset of A n plus 1 and A is equal to union of A n's. We should show that mu of A is equal to limit n going to infinity mu of A n's. So, that is what is to be shown. So, let us now let us observe A is union of A n's and we are given something about countable additivity. So, the obvious thing is try to write this union as a countable disjoint union. So, we do that. So, proof, let B n be defined as A n minus union A I equal to 1 to n minus 1 for every n bigger than or equal to 1. Then as observed earlier, each B n belongs to the algebra. B n's are disjoint and A, which is union of A n's, is also equal to union of B n's. Of course, this is disjoint. So, let me write it equal to this. So, implies by countable additive property mu of A is equal to mu of this union B n's and that is equal to by countable additive property, that is summation n equal to 1 to infinity mu of B n's. So, that is by countable additive property. And now, but we do not want B n's, we want something in terms of A n's. So, here is an observation, this summation I can write as limit k going to infinity of the partial sums. So, n equal to 1 to k of mu of B n's. But B n's are disjoint. So, this is same as limit k going to infinity of mu of union B n equal to 1 to k, because B n's are disjoint by finite additive property, this must be true. And we are so note once again mu is given to be countable additive and hence it is finitely additive, and by finite additive property this is true. And this is now the observation is that the union of B n's n equal to 1 to k is same as the union of A's. So, this is same as k going to infinity mu of union A n union of n equal to 1 to k. But note, we have not used anywhere the fact that A n's are increasing. So, since A n's are increasing, what is this union? This union is precisely mu of the largest set, that is A k. So, that is mu of A k. So, what we have shown is that mu of A. So, we have shown mu of A is limit of mu of A k is going to infinity. Whenever A n is a sequence which is increasing, whenever A n is increasing and A is equal to union. So, we have proved one way, countable additivity implies the required property. Let us look at the converse. So, conversely, so let us assume mu has the given property. And what is the given property? Given property says whenever a set A is written as union of A n's are increasing, then mu of A is equal to mu of the union. So, we want to prove to show mu is countably additive, that is let us take a set A, which is disjoint union of sets A n, n equal to 1 to infinity, where A and all A n's are in the algebra, right. We have to show that mu of A is equal to summation mu of A n's, but this I can write it as union over k 1 to infinity union A n, n equal to 1 to k. So, take instead of taking n equal to 1 to infinity, take union of sets A 1, A 2, A k, and then take the union over k, both will be same, right. But the advantage of this way is, now if we call this as B k, then B k is a set in the algebra, because it is a finite union of sets in the algebra. B k is increasing, because we are taking union of more and more sets, and their union is equal to A. So, by the given property, by the given hypothesis, mu of A is equal to limit k going to infinity mu of B k. And now, let us go back to represent B k's in terms of A's. So, that is limit k going to infinity mu of union A n, n equal to 1 to k. And now, we use the fact that mu is finitely additive. Okay. So, this is limit k going to infinity summation n equal to 1 to k of mu of A n's, and which is same as sigma 1 to infinity of mu of A n's. So, that says whenever A is a disjoint union of countable disjoint union of sets in the algebra, mu of A is mu of sigma mu of A n's, and that is countable additive property of the set function. So, we have proved the theorem completely, namely, if A is an algebra of subsets of a set X and mu is finitely additive with that property, then mu is countably additive if and only if mu has the property that mu of A is the limit of mu of A n's whenever A n is increasing and A n is equal to union of the sets. So, this is characterizing countable additivity in terms of limits of increasing sequence of sets, and this property one says that mu is continuous from below at the point A. So, countable additivity for finitely additive set functions is same as saying they are continuous from below at the point A, from below, because A is union of these sets. So, from below there is a corresponding result for sequences which are decreasing. So, let us state that result and prove it also, that if A is an algebra of subsets of a set X and mu is finitely additive. So, that conditions are same as it, plus we want additional condition that mu of the whole space is finite. So, this is the additional condition put to prove, to state the result, namely mu of the whole space is finite. So, it says mu is countably additive if and only if the following holds, namely for any set A in A, whenever mu of A is equal to limit n going to infinity mu of A n, and whenever A n's are decreasing. So, A n plus 1 is subset of A n and A is the intersection. It says, so countable additivity is equal to saying for every set A in the algebra, if A is intersection of a decreasing sequence of sets A n's, then mu of A must be equal to limit of A n's. And the proof of this uses the earlier theorem. So, let us assume mu is countably additive and A n's decrease to A all in the algebra A. We want to show that mu of A is equal to mu of A n's. To show mu of A is limit n going to infinity mu of A n. Now, we know something about increasing sequences. So, from decreasing we want to manufacture an increasing sequence, and that is done via complements. So, define B n to be equal to x minus a n for every n. Then B n, each B n belongs to the algebra A. B n is decreasing because A n's are B n's are increasing as A n's are decreasing. Okay. And where do they decrease? So, they B n's increase to x minus a, because A n's are decreasing to a. So, by the earlier theorem we have, so countable additivity implies whenever a sequence is increasing, mu of x minus a must be equal to limit n going to infinity mu of x minus b n. But now, we use the fact that mu of x is finite. So, this is same as mu of x minus mu of a, and this thing is equal to mu of x minus mu of b n, and this is possible only because we have the fact that mu of the whole space is finite. So, everything is a finite quantity, and we have already shown mu of the difference is equal to difference of mu's provided the things are finite. So, this is equal to limit of this. So, now x cancels negative sign. So, limit. So, mu of a is equal to limit mu of a n's n going to infinity. So, this is countable additivity implies this. The other way around property. So, let us assume this has that property that whenever a n's increase. So, mu has required given property to show mu is countably additive. So, let us take A equal to a disjoint union A i's. Then this is what is x minus a, that is intersection of I equal to 1 to infinity x minus. So, let us write this as union of n equal to 1 to infinity union of a i's I equal to 1 to n. So, these are the sets. Okay. So, then it is x minus union a I equal to 1 to n. So, that is equal to intersection I equal to 1 to n, and this things nothing but x minus. So, let us call this as a set as b n. So, let us call this as b n, right. So, now note b n's are decreasing and they are in the algebra, because the a n's are union n, this will be increasing. So, this will be decreasing. So, mu of x minus a by the given hypothesis is limit n going to infinity mu of b n's. And what is mu of b n? Mu of b n is x minus this. So, that is equal to mu of x minus, so limit n going to infinity mu of the union, that is this joint. So, summation I equal to 1 to n mu of a n's, and this thing is equal to mu of x minus mu of a, because everything is finite. So, this cancels with this. So, mu of a is limit of this, which is equal to sigma 1 to infinity mu of a n's. So, that proves countable additivity. So, we have proved that when mu is countably additive if and only if for a decreasing sequence of sets a n, a equal to this intersection mu of a is the limit under the condition mu of x is finite. So, this is important, and this condition cannot be removed. That is the next. So, this kind of thing is called continuity from above, and here is a remark that the condition mu of x is finite is necessary in the second part and cannot be removed. So, that will request you to construct an example. You can construct very easily an example on the real line with the length function as the set function. And here is an exercise for you to do, that is finitely such that mu of is finite, So, last part we said a n decreasing to a, that you can actually reduce a bit, says whenever a n's are decreasing to empty set, that is also equivalent to saying that mu is countable additive. So, these two parts will like you to explore and understand and answer these questions. So, thank you. Let us stop to it. Thanks.